From the very beginning,
And today I want to talk to you about our Apple CarPlay MMI upgrade.
you've seen our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto MMI grow.
In today's video, I'm going to show you how to install a CarPlay MMI Plus.
Just when you thought we were done, there was more. And guess what? It's now even better.
Beamer Tech is pleased to announce our newest MMI Prime and Pro variants, the rather appropriately named MMI Prime or Pro LCI. Welcome back, I'm Dylan with Beamer Tech. Yep, we're at it again with not just a new software update to our MMI Prime and Pro, but a new hardware variant of it as well. The wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime and Pro LCI. However, there's more to it than just a name change. It's an improvement on the Prime and Pro in every way.
Plugging either of these into your BMW Mini or Supra will seamlessly integrate Apple CarPlay and Android Auto into your iDrive system. You can navigate through everything using your factory iDrive controller, steering wheel controls, and even with your voice with Siri or Google Assistant. It's 100% plug and play and easily reversible. The Prime LCI and Pre-LCI offers video and audio playback via USB, and the Pro LCI and Pre-LCI offer that, plus an HDMI input that offers near limitless capabilities.
Now let's take a closer look at the MMI Prime and Pro units themselves to see what each part of them does. Now this is going to be the same on both the Pre-LCI and the LCI units.
First off, the units themselves are made out of a lightweight yet durable aluminum case. This will ensure the longevity of the product as it won't crack or warp due to extreme temperature fluctuations as seasons change. It not only looks great but also doubles as a heatsink, keeping the CPU cool. Next, the dip switches. These are used to control the configuration of the video output depending on the size of the screen in your BMW. There is a sticker on the back of the MMI that will tell you which direction to flip the switches for your BMW. Power is where the main harness will go. This will power your MMI as well as transmit data to and from your head unit. For CIC head units, this is also where you will connect the iDrive controller and the aux port. Antenna is where the Wi-Fi antenna will be plugged into. This will allow your phone to communicate with the MMI wirelessly to allow wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto if your phone supports it. AV USB is how you hardwire into your MMI and how the cameras of your BMW are integrated. You will see this in more detail when we get to the harness. LCD out is where the video cable will go that will send signal to your iDrive display. LCD in is where the video cable will go that will send signal and data from your head unit to your MMI. HDMI is unique to the MMI Pro and Pro LCI, which is an HDMI input allowing you to show whatever you plug in on your iDrive display.
Now that you know all about the units themselves, let's take a closer look at the cables that you're going to get. Now these will differ depending on if you have a CIC, NBT, or NBT Evo head unit, or if you have the MMI Prime or Pro.
First off, the main power harness. This one for NBT and NBT Evo connects from your BMW's head unit to your MMI, supplying power and data to and from your MMI. This one for CIC head units does the same, but also connects between the OEM connector and iDrive controller, and also the aux port. This is your Wi-Fi antenna. This will allow your phone to wirelessly connect to your MMI. We have a full video about where to mount this for the best performance, and the link for that video is in the description. For Pre-LCI models, this doubles as the Bluetooth antenna. For the MMI Prime and Pro LCI models, this is just the Wi-Fi antenna, and the Bluetooth antenna is built into the main power harness. This is your AV USB harness. While one end plugs directly into your MMI, the other end has RCA cables to allow you to plug in our Beamer Tech rear and front view cameras, and an extended USB cable that has enough length to allow you to place this wherever you want. The USB port is for MMI firmware updates, playing videos or music on your MMI through a USB flash drive, and a hardwired connection to your MMI. These video cables vary a bit depending on your head unit and car, but they all do look a bit like this. They are designed to transport video signal and data to and from your head unit and MMI. There is an optional add-on for video cable extensions, which are great for vehicles like a G30 Hybrid and G01. These make installation on those vehicles a bit smoother, and you can see a video on those cables in the description. For a full list of recommended vehicles, check out that video. The mic extension cable is for CIC and NBT cars with CommBox. It's designed to integrate the microphone that your BMW has with the MMI. This allows you to use Apple's Siri and Google Assistant. The HDMI extension cable is for the MMI Pro variants and allows you to basically extend the HDMI port, allowing you to plug in things wherever you want to run the cable to.
Installation of BeamerTech's MMI Prime, Pro, Prime LCI, or Pro LCI does vary a little bit depending on which BMW you have. However, the installation is pretty straightforward. Once you place your order from us, you will get a detailed set of PDF instructions specific to your vehicle. And there's even a good chance that on our YouTube channel, we do have an installation video on your vehicle, or at least a similar BMW. However, here's a basic overview on how to install one of these MMIs into a BMW.
Again, while this will differ from BMW to BMW, it all starts with getting some trim and controls off to access your head unit, which you will need to remove. All of this and more can be accomplished with our BeamerTech DIY Essentials Kit and trim tools, both available on our website. After that, you'll need to find a spot for the MMI, plug it into the head unit, and that part is done. If you have a BMW with a CIC head unit, you'll need to take off a bit more trim to run the microphone extension cable, as well as plug into the iDrive controller. While it does take a few more steps for CIC head units compared to NBT and NBT Evo cars, it's still very straightforward. After that, you put everything back together and you're done.
When we say seamless integration, we mean it. All of our MMIs have many functions that can be controlled with your vehicle's steering wheel and iDrive controller. Some are obvious and some are not. Let's take a look.
Steering wheel controls vary from car to car, and not all controls are compatible with our MMIs. It depends on your head unit. In most cases, though, you could expect the scroll wheel to cycle through selections and menus on the CarPlay or Android Auto screens. You can also change the settings in the MMI Prime and Pro to have this change the song you're listening to. Holding down the mic button will bring up Siri or Google Assistant when CarPlay or Android Auto is running. You can also hold down the iDrive controller for the same function. Pressing the phone button will open up your default phone call app. On the iDrive controller, obviously rotating and bumping the controller itself will move around what's highlighted on the screen. Pressing it will make your selection, and double tapping left or right can change what you're listening to. Pressing the back button will take you back to the last menu, and holding down the back button for 3 seconds will restart your MMI. This is great for any troubleshooting. Double tapping the back button will bring you back to the main MMI menu. Pressing and holding the menu button for 3 seconds will allow you to change between the MMI and the BMW's iDrive. There are also a host of unique quick key features on your iDrive controller you won't find anywhere else on the market. In both CarPlay and Android Auto, pressing the media button will take you to your default music app. Nav will bring up your default navigation app. Tel will open up your phone app for making calls. And radio will open the radio on your iDrive system and change the audio source to allow you to hear it, but we don't recommend using this feature as changing the input source will stop your MMI from playing audio until you manually switch back the source. We recommend using a radio app in CarPlay or Android Auto such as TuneIn. Menu will open up the main app screen on Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. If you have a front view camera, holding down the option button for about 2 seconds will display that on your iDrive screen. It's important to know that unlike the front camera, you can't force the rear camera to appear on screen until you put your vehicle in reverse.
While most of you are going to be getting this for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, first off, how do you get to these for the first time? And more importantly, how do you access all of the other features that the MMI has to offer? Let's take a closer look at the MMI's main menu.
The first 2 things you'll see are CarPlay and Android Auto. Pressing them will either allow you to pair your device if you have the Prime or Pro LCI, or access them once paired in all the MMI models. Next is Inputs. This is where you'll access the USB port on the Prime variants and the USB and HDMI ports on the Pro variants. Fun fact, when watching something via the USB port, you can press and hold down the iDrive controller to change the aspect ratio of what you're watching. Mirroring is how you can screen mirror your Apple iPhone or Android phone on your iDrive display with the sound playing over your BMW as well. Finally, you have the Settings menu.
And that brings me to the final topic, the settings. There are so many settings in all of the MMIs to completely customize it to how you want and to your BMW. Sound settings, camera options, and so much more. Let's take a closer look at all there is.
First, connection settings. In this section, you'll have Pair New Device, which is one method to wirelessly connect a phone for the first time. Paired Devices is where you can see which phones are connected to your MMI. And Reset All Connections, which is where you'll go to unpair all devices, although you could do that individually under paired devices. Now for the audio settings. Volume is the overall volume for the MMI. We suggest having this all the way up and using your main volume knob on your BMW to make changes on the fly. Music volume will control the level of music playback. Call volume will be how loud someone is when speaking to you on a phone call. Siri Assistant volume will be how loud you want Siri, Google Assistant, or Alexa. Application volume is for Google, Google Maps, and other apps in CarPlay and Android Auto. Microphone volume is used to amplify incoming microphone volume. Microphone OP gain is for rough adjustment of analog amplification. Microphone PGA gain is for the fine adjustment of analog amplification. Microphone AEC delay is used to adjust advanced echo cancellation delay parameters, so this way the caller won't hear themselves echo when you're on a call with them. The numbers are not values but different settings. You will want to be on a phone call with someone and go through the settings to find which works best for you. Echo canceling level will adjust the strength of the echo canceling to make echo during phone calls harder to hear. Automatic echo canceling will attempt to take care of this for you. Skip songs with iDrive controller is for when you're playing music from your phone, it makes it possible to toggle between songs by double tapping the iDrive controller left or right to switch to the previous or next song. Auto switch to aux will have your BMW automatically switch the input of your BMW to the aux port, which is where all the sound of your wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime or Pro will come from. This feature will be turned off if you have enabled the aux Bluetooth output already, which makes sense since you won't need to automatically switch at that point. The equalizer gives you a parametric EQ to tune the audio to your liking, but when you use Bluetooth, audio does not pass through the MMI, so you will need to use iDrive's equalizer for that. Under display, you'll be able to toggle on or off right-hand drive if this applies to your BMW. In the color adjustments, you can change the brightness, contrast, chromacity, and saturation. Display adjustments allows you to adjust the top, right, left, and bottom of the screen, which is useful if you have a Mini with a rounded screen bezel. Under parking, you could choose if you have a factory or aftermarket rear-view camera. The standard and alternative modes for the rear-view camera mode is generally for troubleshooting on certain BMW models, but not generally something you need to worry about. Auto camera activation allows your rear camera to appear automatically when putting your car in reverse. Camera split full screen is for having half of the screen with camera view and the other half with the overlay, which shows the park distance control. Dynamic parking lines will show these on your iDrive screen, helping you backing up your BMW into a spot by estimating the path of the tires. When you're looking at the backup camera image, if you press and hold the iDrive controller, you can adjust the size and location of the lines. Front and rear park distance control will allow you to toggle on or off those sensors on the MMI screen if your car is equipped with them. Front camera will toggle your front camera on or off, and the duration is how long you want your front camera to appear on your iDrive screen after you put your car in gear. Finally, under Systems, Software Version will display the current software version of your MMI. Under Software Update, you will have two areas that you will need to update on certain models, and if you have an MMI Pro LCI, the Show HD icon will allow for you to select the HDMI input in the input section of the main menu. Pre-LCI MMIs will need a separate update file to show the HDMI section in the inputs. For a full step-by-step video on how to update your MMI to the latest software, check the link in the description. Wi-Fi channel is where you'll go to change the frequency on which your MMI operates, which is useful if there are any interferences in your area with your phone or just for other troubleshooting. Wallpaper allows you to change the background of the main MMI interface. In the LCI MMI models, scroll button allows the roller button to scroll through menus if off, and when on, allows you to switch to the next and previous tracks. Pre-LCI MMIs will show this as turntable up and down. Disable voice command key will turn off the BMW Assistant feature in the MMI when using the voice command button on your phone. This is helpful if it keeps interrupting you when you're trying to use Google Assistant or Siri. It will still work when you're in your iDrive system. When Disable Loop Selection is turned on, when you scroll in a menu and reach the top or bottom, the scrolling will stop. When turned off, when you reach the end of a menu, it will jump back to the start, and when you reach the start, it will jump to the end. It also works in the MMI menu for scrolling left and right. In the LCI MMIs, swap keys left, right, and up, down is for BMW owners with smaller screens and controllers that only go left and right and have no up or down. Turning this on allows you to hold the iDrive controller left or right to simulate moving up and down. While this is not visible in pre-LCI models, it is activated. Disable Bluetooth automatic connection being turned on will stop your MMI from automatically starting when you get in your BMW. If turned on, you will have to either plug in your phone into the MMI's USB port or manually start your MMI and select your phone from the paired devices. Aux Bluetooth output should be turned on if you plan on using Bluetooth on your phone to connect to your MMI. If you don't want to, or if you plan on using audio or video playback over the USB or HDMI port, or while using screen mirroring, keep it off and use the aux source. But don't worry, when you choose a feature in the MMI, you'll get a prompt letting you know. Restart will allow you to restart your MMI, which you might want to do if you're having connection issues. It's the same as holding the back button on your iDrive controller. And finally, Factory Reset will restore the factory settings of your MMI.
At the time of making this video, the MMI Prime and Pro LCI is an add-on when you're ordering the MMI Prime or Pro. Now, if you don't see that add-on option, that means by default, you're already getting the latest and greatest variant of our MMI, the MMI Prime and Pro LCI. Now, since you've made it this far into the video, why the MMI Prime or Pro LCI?
Let's cover some of the features that makes this better. With 4 GB of RAM compared to the pre-LCI's 128 MB, it's much faster paired with an improved CPU. An upgraded GPU allows for 60 frames per second compared to the 30 frames per second in pre-LCI models, giving a smoother overall experience. Phones compare to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto right from the main screen just by pressing one button without having to hunt through submenus. You can now easily switch to CarPlay, Android Auto, screen mirroring, and more with just one touch. If you have the MMI Pro LCI, you no longer need to worry about that extra HD recovery file when you update your software. There is an updated DSP chip for improved audio if you're not taking advantage of Bluetooth capabilities. Improved Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi chips allow for faster, stronger, and more reliable connections. And a host of other features.
Let's cover the main hardware difference, the harness. Despite the harness being different, you do install it the same exact way you would on the pre-LCI MMI Prime or Pro. The biggest difference here is that the Bluetooth antenna is part of the main harness. Now, in the pre-LCI Prime and Pro models, the Bluetooth capabilities were handled with the Wi-Fi antenna. Now, despite this working well, the best performance comes from having 2 separate antennas, which the MMI Prime and Pro LCI has.
While we mentioned these features before, these are the features new and unique to the MMI Prime and Pro LCI that you might not see in the pre-LCI MMI Prime and Pro. The ease of pairing your phone with just one press is unique to the MMI Prime and Pro LCI. Pre-LCI models will have you pair it in the settings. One-touch switching with a confirmation prompt is also unique, with the pre-LCI models needing a couple extra steps. The pre-LCI MMIs were fast, but depending on what apps you were using and the signal from your device, there could be a noticeable delay from time to time. Now, that's not a thing anymore.
And there you have it. That is literally everything about our wireless CarPlay and Android Auto MMI Prime and Pro, as well as some highlights on our new flagship variant, the MMI Prime and Pro LCI. Want one of these for your BMW? Head on over to our website and enter your VIN to get the compatible kit for your ride. Have any more questions about these MMIs? Reach out to our sales team via chat on our site or by calling. Already have one of these MMIs and have any questions about the installation or anything else? Reach out to our support team with your order number and they will be eager to assist. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Minis, and Supras, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Want to know what's happening first? Make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching.